Bang! Yeah, 713, don't step in this league, throwing rocks at the backboard. Living our dream, better dribble to the three, take the shot, here a cash drawer. And we don't even care what you say, we ain't scared of the hate, get a win and just laugh more. Stand in the paint, better clear out the way, hit the court with the black force energy. Every single week on a killing spree, you kidding me? You talk about winning with the epitome, you better be talking with peace and we locking the key on them. Know that it's rocking with Ryan and Donte, the drip guy, we beyond the gossip, the topics we talk on a pop and we conquering the obstacles that we cross as a team. Shot from the seats, we the Rockets like Elon. It's the H-Town run down. Let's get started right now.
Well, everybody,
time to switch the intro again because Kevin Durant has officially put on a Rockets jersey.
Hello, everybody. This is H-Town Rundown, Houston Rockets basketball podcast. What's going on? Thank you guys for joining us today for the H-Town Rundown at X, as well as Instagram and YouTube. I got Ryan, Donte, and AK here. Let's start with Ryan. Bro, it's Rockets Media Day today, man. What's up?
It's Rockets Media Day. You know what's up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of things to talk about. Maybe some things to be reset, but we got a lot to talk about today. Donte, it's good to have you, my brother. What's going on?
Always good to be on with y'all. I'm ready to talk about this Media Day.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's get it. And we got our boy AK with the shades on as per usual. It must be too bright in this house. What's going on, AK?
What's happening, y'all? I'm just ready to get on Media Day. I'm looking for something to get me excited about the season. Let's get rocking.
Oh yeah. There was a lot said today. I think from between mannerisms and some of the questions that were being posed today to players that spoke. I think the order that they spoke probably speaks to some things as well. But player I want to just talk immediately about. I don't know how y'all felt about Dorian Finney-Smith's interview, but wow, I was blown away. I don't know nothing about this dude, and I love the chemistry him and Amen Thompson are already building. Right, they already talking some mess back and forth to each other. Dorian Finney-Smith overall for his interview was hot energy, appreciative, and most importantly, he tried to tell him that Houston better than Dallas, and he about to find out why. DFS, you need to link up with AK because he feels exactly the same.
You damn right. First of all, Dallas not in Texas, so I don't even know why the city is a comparison.
Oh man, but that was. I think DFS is probably my favorite out of the interviews that we saw today. Definitely reassuring, right? And I appreciated the energy of the show. Ryan, out of the interviews that you saw, right, did anything stick out right away? Was there anybody that you want to hit home on right away?
I mean, I guess you kind of already hit on the DFS pause. You know what I meant. Reed Shepherd. All right, AK wasn't that funny, bro. I'm really happy with what Reed Shepherd said about his confidence being through the roof. I think it's. Look, I'm a high believer in Reed Shepherd, so hopefully the work shows this year.
Absolutely, right. We talked about Reed Shepherd last year, and at some point he lost confidence, and he was just not taking wide open shots for whatever reason. I think he was afraid of getting traded at that point or getting sent to the bench. But here we are. He's saying his confidence is high as it has ever been, and he's ready to rock and roll for year two. I'm definitely excited to see what Reed's got for us in store, especially because he's gonna have to do it anyway, right? Either is or isn't gonna show out this season. There's really no in between, right? Especially with Fred gone, so that's gonna be pretty important there. Donte, what you got, man? What's your key takeaway? What was your thoughts on the overall the interview process today?
I'm gonna go with the things that I didn't like is with Ime and Raphael Stone literally got up there and lied to the public and lied to the media and saying that is the reason why you traded Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks and thought we wasn't good enough. Raphael Stone said, no, yes, you did, because you didn't. If you would have thought that we were good enough, you would have kept Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks if you thought we were good enough. So you thought we ain't good enough, so you did trade for Kevin Durant. Like anybody would do the same. But if you're that confident like that, you wouldn't break up the team. So you mentally just got up there and lied to the public and said, no, that's not what it was. So obviously that's what it was. And we all talked about it after the series was over. And see, this team cannot be the same team. We cannot stick with the same team. It has to be moves to make. But it's one thing to of course you're not gonna say it to the media. You're not gonna be kind of honest. Everything you say is not gonna be honesty. I understand that. But I mean, that's one thing that's one thing that wasn't okay with me You could have just been honest. You could have just really been honest.
He's a lawyer, remember. He's a lawyer. He knows what to say.
But like, you could have just been honest and said, I think adding Kevin Durant, just adding Kevin Durant will just, it puts us one step closer. And I
mean, he did say that though.
But like he didn't like.
He didn't have to lie, is what you said. I think.
It was how we worded it, right?
He didn't just come out and say, no, I didn't. That's not why we traded them. When you've been shopping Jalen Green for so long, and then you lied about that. So
he may say he wasn't trying to trade nobody.
Yeah, he may say that. So that's the point. I did not.
Come on, man. Like, let's be for real, bro. All that smoke, something was hot somewhere. But I mean, that's cool. That's all that matters anyway. So
I'm just gonna add on to what Donte said. We can tell the difference now between Donte and Stone. One of them is PR trained.
You said between who and Stone?
Between Donte and Rafael Stone, one of them is PR trained, and it is not the one that we are currently talking to.
Yeah, Donte don't care. He gonna say how it is, and that's what we need on the podcast. Is real.
I mean, like it's true. Like
we can say it like it is. They got something to lose over there.
Until Rafael Stone doesn't want to be on this podcast because the Rockets PR found this.
Like the first question they asked him, when you traded for Kevin Durant, when you traded Jalen Green, when you traded Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks, did you thought your team was good enough? Is that why you made the trade? He said, no, that's not why I traded him. That's not why I traded him. Obviously, that's why we traded.
That's why you traded him. Just be honest.
Who asked that question again?
Not
somebody. I don't know who asked the question. I don't know who asked the question.
Somebody.
I think it was Danielle.
Yeah. It may have been.
Good. Very good question, by the way.
That was a very good question. Yeah.
Thanks.
Both of them.
It was like it's either you gonna lie or you not gonna lie. Like, there ain't no way around it.
Both of them actually told a lie up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew that, though. I mean, they didn't even have to. The question didn't even have to be asked, bro. Like, we knew that, bro.
We knew.
Put the right on the spot.
I appreciate them asking, though. Good question, but come on, man. Kevin Durant is available. You're gonna try to find a way to get him. That's the bottom line.
I don't mind them asking the tough questions. I'm all right with the question. That's a great question.
Yeah,
it's the answer. Is the answer.
Yeah, you got to ask them the tough questions.
I mean, yeah, but all right. So let me flip that back on you, Donte. You, Rafael Stone. I asked you the same question. Answer it exactly the way it should have been answered in your eyes. If you were Rafael Stone.
So go ahead, ask me the question. Ask me that same question, and then you ask him.
All right, Mr. Stone, Mr. Coach Stone. So we noticed that you traded Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks for Kevin Durant. Did you really believe that those two guys that you traded were not good enough to help you bring this team to the promised land? I'm wording it the way I would have worded it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we wasn't good enough. Just like James Harden said, we wasn't good enough.
Man,
we ain't good enough. But the very next time as soon as he said that, he was out. You knew he was done. You knew he was gone. He didn't play another game in a Rocky uniform after he said that.
Nah, James Harden.
And then he wanted to come back because he thought what? What did he think when he was trying to come back? Anyway.
I would have just said it. I would have just said it. We wasn't good enough. We just needed a guy down the stretch we could put the ball in his hands to make plays, to make shots. I could have easily just said it, but some coaches in the media, they not gonna just come out and just some will be vocal. We've seen a lot of that, and a lot ain't vocal, and a lot ain't. And Rafael Stone just ain't Rafael Stone just like. Again, when he was asked about Kevin Durant contract, he didn't want to. He said, "I'm not answering that." But Kevin Durant came out and said, "Yes, I'm planning on signing the contract extension."
You heard what Torrey said, though, huh? Torrey said he don't talk about contract.
Yeah,
because he's trying to get his first extension. That's why.
Yep.
You seen KD? KD was like, "Man, I'm KD. What you gonna do?"
Yeah. See, that's that's how you know something is in the. That's how you know you gonna get his money.
So hang on, but before we move on to talking about Tari and the contract extension with KD and whatnot, Donte. So to your point, right? We were talking about how Raphael acting like a lawyer right now, right? He's using lawyer speak, right? He gonna tell you a lie, but then in the exact same coin, he gonna tell you the truth. You're not even flipping it. It's the same side, right? It's just a two-parter, right? Because then they ask him, like, okay, what was your reasons for bringing in Kevin Durant? It's like, okay, well, he's a consistent scorer. He's able to finish whenever he needed, and he was a guy that when we need a bucket, we gonna get him a bucket down the stretch. Okay, so Why did you trade Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green for Kevin Durant? Exactly that. Like you knew the team wasn't good enough. You know you needed a closer. This is your closer right there. Right. He said it without saying that. That's
and you got Dorian Finney-Smith that can replace Dylan Brooks. He can't replace the production but he can replace the shooting that he brings. Because Dorian Finney-Smith is like he said, I like to shoot a lot of corner threes. I can't wait to shoot a lot of corner threes. That's a guy when he speak out and say he knows his role as a team instead of shooting them fadeaways all the time, trying to drive down the middle, shoot them fadeaways, post somebody up on the
We
wing.
got ourselves a team player.
That's what Dorian Finney-Smith know his role up on this team. Not trying to.
So he fit better.
He fits better. That's what basically when he was
bottom line.
Yeah, he loved to shoot corner. By him love to shooting corner threes. By him wanting to be on the best player on each opposing team. That's a person that's like knows his role that fits our offense better.
He also talked about the defenses and being able to switch and like hard-nosed defense, and then credited the men as well in that. Something I liked from DFS's interview yet again. Just an all-around great guy. I guess I don't know much about DFS. I've watched him like this much when he played for LA, and that was it, right? That's mainly just because Luka was over there.
I watched him with the Mavericks. You know,
Okay.
I'm always in Dallas too, so I watched him a
Surprise.
lot with the Mavericks. Yeah, bro, he's a good team player. Like every team needs a guy like him. Know his role, not gonna do no more, no less. And I think we didn't really necessarily have, not that we didn't have enough of that last season. I don't think we played those guys enough.
Like those
last
specific
season.
role guys. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we played those guys.
So, giving him a grade on his defense, right? What would you say? How good of a defender is DFS? Is it just matchup dependent, or is he an overall like a B defender? Right? I don't know. I don't know.
B plus.
Yeah, B plus. Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
okay. I like that.
It's the versatility for me, man. Very versatile. You can really put him on a lot of guys, and you don't feel the need to throw a double team when he's on him. He might get beat, you know what I'm saying? But if he get beat, it's because they worked for it, not because he just trash.
Okay, I'm okay with that though, right? Because that's just another guy. Like if you're running the death lineup we talked about, right? Amen, Tari, what was that? What was that death lineup we was talking about before? Was it Amen, DFS, Tari of the sorts, and then KD and Jabari? Like you got so
Damn, you
much.
ain't got shit going in your depth lineup.
No. This is defensive. This is the defensive lineups. Right?
Nah, but LP a positive defender though,
He's
bro.
a plus defender. He's a good defender, right? I think.
I'm just trying to.
Vibes. Oh,
I'm
got
just
it.
being
Okay.
I'm just
Ryan
being,
gone.
you know.
No,
Now the show don't be better.
You're being difficult. As I like it. That's what we need him for.
Got to play devil's advocate, man, because you know what I'm saying. A team is definitely gonna try you.
Gotcha.
It's the NBA. A good coach gonna try you.
Exactly right.
You see, Steve Kerr called you Doka bluff plenty times in that playoff series.
You know, so something I want to talk about the Tyrese and Katie thing here in a second. Right. Last thing before we move on to that, something that I thought was interesting was how in Jay Sean Tate's interview he was talking about like, yeah, this is where we started, this is where we're from, and the big thing he highlighted too was like winning, the culture, the players, right? And then a couple other players were asked that question too. I think Şengün was asked something along the same lines as his like growth as a player and how it's been with Ime Udoka. No one mentioned Steven Silas by name, right? They just kept referring to, hey, yeah, it was just bad back then. We was in the gutter. It was terrible. We couldn't get any wins. But now we're here with a winning coach and a winning culture and all that. And then mentioned Ime by name, right? Mentioned this player by name. I don't know. I don't know if they just wasn't thinking. They was just like saying it as it was just, you know, like not thinking, right? Just talking as it was going. That was just something interesting that I thought of.
Yeah,
I think
that's good though. You're looking more about where you are now and where you're going, and you letting the past just be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing much you can do about that. So I'm fine with it.
So speaking of where we're going, you mentioned Kevin Durant, very vocal about the contract extension, right? Obviously, Rafael Stone is not going to say anything, right? He's not going to say anything towards the media because again, he's a career lawyer. He knows what he's doing. That's why the Rockets hired him. Let's be honest, right? He knows what to, what not to say, right? Very media trained before even coming over, right? So Kevin Durant doesn't care. He knows he's signing an extension, right? Either if anything, he kind of holds some sort of cards there, right? Anyone's going to sign Kevin Durant for almost any price, versus we just traded away a bunch of possible talent and a pick as well for Kevin Durant. So the expectation is we sign him, right? That's what is believed by the current Rockets community, unless I'm wrong. And so he says, yeah, I'm going to sign an extension. Didn't give me any details into when, how, when, where, why, but Wednesday is the deadline. So that's something to think about, right? I think was October 1st or October 2nd. But that's something to think about. And that's coming up, as in 2 days. So Tari was asked the same thing. He said, I can't talk about it. We're not supposed to talk about it, which, again, is a good thing, right? But his mannerisms, the way he talked about it, just kind of looked annoyed by the question.
That boy was annoyed, bro. Yeah. He sounded like somebody going through it with his girlfriend. Like, man, she keeps spending all this money. I hate her little stupid friend. They be trying to flirt with me. I don't like her because she fat.
Oh, man. All right, Charles Barkley, calm down. Talk about them Texas women.
Hey, San Antonio women. Hey.
My bad. Specifically. Yeah, I don't know. That is something to. Is there anything to note? Like, should we care that Tari Eason was so like? I mean, they didn't even give it a second thought. He just boom answered that thing, right? Donte, what do you think?
I think he's gonna get paid. Everybody just feeding off into because his body language and how he answered the question. Everybody's gonna. I have faith in them. They'll pay Tari Eason. Like we had those again last year. Those was those same questions about Jalen Green and Alp, and they got their money. So why should I worry about Tari Eason not getting his money, not getting paid? He's gonna get taken care of.
They ain't look annoyed though in the conference.
Jalen was smiling. He's like, "Yeah, I can't talk about it, but something in the works."
Jalen a happy dude by nature. Like
that's true.
Even with his grandma girlfriend. What's up?
Let him be, man.
Now, but you know, Raphael Stone and Ime and Kevin Durant talked about theirs, and Kevin Durant have 1,000% confidence he's getting paid. That's why nobody is worried that Kevin Durant won't get paid. He even know it. He even came out and said it.
He knows.
That's the most. You know what? That's the most vocal Kevin Durant have been since for a while. That's the most vocal he have been. He said, "Yeah." As soon as he brought it up, he said, "Yeah, I'm planning on resigning him."
Like the most vocal he's been since Golden State, which is crazy to say. It's been like 9 years now, right? Damn. That's been a long time coming. So Tyrese and Katie still need to get paid, right? There's not an infinite pool of money at this point. We're kind of the well is starting to dry up just a little bit with everyone getting paid. We just saw Jabari, right? Şengün already got paid last year. Amen and Reed, right? Reed still got an extra year still before we even need to worry about that. But next year, Amen need to get paid, right? And he's already an all defensive guy. He was already elite based on how the community, right? Not just the Rockets community, but the front office talks about him. And it sounds like they are unbelievably high on this kid. So I'm assuming he's going to need some cheddar himself, right? And probably as big, if not a bigger contract than Şengün. That's something to say. So what is your expected amount for Tari Eason? What is an acceptable amount for Tari Eason? Because I'm under the impression Tari believes himself as a starter. He says he's a top 100 guy as well, which I think is facts. I think that list was some BS, and he's at minimum a top 100 guy, right?
When healthy, yeah,
when healthy.
I think that's what probably hurts him, though.
You think so? I mean,
that's what I think. And if that's the reasoning, I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah. Okay. Right. And do you think that health affects his contract? Because I think so, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe that's pretty obvious, right?
It only doesn't affect your contract when you're a superstar.
Okay.
Other than that, yeah. That's the only time, man. Other than that, say, man, you got it. You're not getting paid by the hour, right? You're not getting paid by the game. You're not getting paid by the bucket. You're a superstar, your impact is there. You know what I'm saying? You're a role player. You ain't got that level of leverage. So
yeah, you're right.
It's the name of the game.
What is an acceptable contract for Tari Eason, right? I feel like, and maybe it's crazy to say, right? I feel like if he's making a maximum of 20, 22 maybe, right? You want to do a 4-year 88, you could talk me into that, right? I think a comfortable amount is a a 4-year 75. That's just me. I think that's a more of a friendly contract.
I think they're trying to stick him with like something like 65 or something, bro.
I think so.
That's what I think. I think that's probably what the hang up is. He
That's
probably want that 100 mil.
Yep.
He probably want 4 years, 25 million a year. He probably wants something along there. But you're not gonna get more than Jabari.
Yeah.
You probably he probably gonna have to settle for like what's that? What's 18 times 4, whatever the hell that is.
72.
70. I think that's probably what it's gonna end up being. I wouldn't be surprised if he get 80 though.
Yeah, right. Like as a maximum, that would be my comfortability. It's like 20, right? I think 20 for this kind of guy that can start in any rotation that we've got. I think is very important. And again, he can start on probably like 80% of NBA teams right now. You could throw him in, and he could start almost right away. He's pretty good and a high impactor too.
Question.
Yeah.
Who else in this draft class besides Jabari got paid?
Is Franz a part of this draft class?
Or is Franz is Jalen?
Franz is Jalen. Yeah, Paolo got paid.
And Şengün.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's his name? Cade and all of them.
Yeah, not
Banchero is Banchero is tall, skinny. You know,
Chet got paid.
Chet.
That contract was fat too. We talked about that. That is not a good contract for Chet.
Yeah, so you gotta. I know those are the top guys, so you gotta look at because they set the market, right? So you gotta look at guys in that draft class. What are they that are similar to Tari's production? What are they getting? Have they gotten even extended yet? And if none of them guys in Tari's production range have been extended yet, that might be what is playing into Stone's decision making because he don't want to set the market. He wants somebody else to set the market. You know what I mean? For that production range, not for the draft class, but for that production range. That's probably what it comes down to. And then there's that, and then there's also future cap considerations. So they try not to rush the thing. So that's just what I'm thinking.
I'm looking at there's an article NBA dropped by Keith Smith talking about the rookie scale extension updates, right? This is before anyone signed any of them. They had Jabari Smith Jr. not getting an extension whatsoever and saying that he's going to get traded. Incredible.
I mean, they got one half of it wrong, but the other half still up in the air.
Yeah, we don't know, but he got extended.
You don't know, but you can hypothesize.
I think Benedict Mathurin got extended as well. Keegan Murray, I think, got extended. And would you put Tyrese in the Keegan Murray conversation for that?
No.
Better?
He's not better than Keegan Murray. I'm sorry.
Interesting. Yeah, Benedict Mathurin we can have a conversation for, you know. But
you can have a conversation because he's been hurt too.
That's what I'm getting at. But yeah, that is interesting. That's interesting. So I don't know. Like I said, I think 75 mil is
and you know what else I think too?
Solid payment.
Tari might also kind of be upset about the way that his first injury last season happened and how it was handled. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he probably in his mind like, man, y'all had me playing, y'all misdiagnosed me, whatever. However it was handled, all I know is it sounded like it didn't go right.
I agree.
So he's probably like, man, y'all set me up to fail in the long run, and then y'all asking all of this of me, and you didn't play me much in the playoffs. It looked like you're doing all this to sabotage my contract. That's what I said about Jabari. It looked the same to me.
Yep. And then they gave Jabari I think a solid contract. I think that was a very fair.
Yeah, it was a good contract for him.
Yep.
So yeah, I just think maybe that's. And I ain't even saying he ain't got no right to be upset. I'd be upset too. Like, y'all do me like that, and you want to lowball me? You lucky I ain't the type to ask for a trade. But who knows? That might be happening. That might be happening behind the scenes.
You know what? I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of feel relieved that Jabari got paid because it's been speculation that after the offseason that he was going to get traded or during the season that he was going to get traded. But it shows that they think highly of Jabari Smith, and I think having Kevin Durant definitely would help him out. But Tyrese and Lawson, I got no concern. I think that man gonna get paid. I mean, as long as he stay on the court, he's gonna be productive. He's gonna be productive as long as he stay on the court. As long as he can stay on the court. But the problem is that leg issue. Hey, once that leg go out on you, it's crazy, bro.
If it's just a bone, that's one thing. If it's a joint or a ligament, it changes the game.
Yep.
I agree. Okay, that's pretty fair. I'm trying to see if Keegan Murray got paid. He got extended for 130 over 5 years. Wow.
So he got more than Jabari, which is fair.
That is a lot of money.
That's fair.
I mean, to be fair,
what he did his first 2 years, that's foul. Like especially his first year, that's foul. That was foul. At that time, that's foul. That was foul money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Keegan Murray. The Kings need something to look forward to, I guess. So I don't know. They just kind of throw money at everybody right now. But
that ain't franchise money though.
That
ain't necessarily franchise money. You know
a bit of cheddar. And it's between 130 and 140. So I assume there's like incentives placed in there too. If he hits this, it's a little bit extra. But yeah, for sure. Okay. Enough about contract talk. Last bit. Did anybody have anything they wanted to say about Reed? Right. We kind of mentioned his confidence earlier, and he says it's through the roof. He's ready to go, which I'm all for. Right. Any thoughts on Reed?
I'm just happy that it sounds like so far he's actually going to get a fair shot and a chance to fail all season long. And whatever he does with it is what he makes of it.
That's what Ime Udoka kind of said himself, that he's going to get a foul shot, that he's going to get a lot of time, and Reed Shepherd know that. And this is a big season coming in for Reed Shepherd. This definitely is a big season to show that, you know, I can take the throne from Fred VanVleet and don't let him get it back. Fred VanVleet is going to be out for the season, so you got plenty of opportunities. This is your chance to show that you can be the point guard of this franchise. Because again, if you show the same thing as last year, you know what you gonna do. He gonna get you up out of here during the All-Star break. You may be up out of here during the All-Star break. We already know what type of coach he may go. It is. We already know. So he ain't gonna have no time to wait. He's not the type of coach that's not gonna have no time to wait. He don't got too much patience on his hand. But it's a lot of pressure on you, Reed. You look confident right now, and we having some faith in you. So now you got to go out there and ball out and show it. So you're gonna get a lot of playing time and plenty of opportunities. So if you fail, you'll be up out of here. You're another person that'll be up out of here. That'll be up out of Houston soon before you know it.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey,
so we mentioned. You got something to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. Like I was saying off camera, my biggest goal this season, outside of obviously you want to win as much as you can, and hey, we can skate out here with a championship. I ain't gonna complain about that. But outside of that, the biggest goal is to make Fred VanVleet not so important.
Yeah,
moving forward. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, like, we don't have to lean. You don't have to be so heavily dependent upon Fred VanVleet anymore. That's the goal of the season. It got to be Reed. It got to be Amen. One of the two, preferably both of them. But if them two can make Fred VanVleet feel like more of a bonus than a necessity, I'm good with it.
Okay.
I mean, even Ime Udoka came out and said it, that we relied on Fred VanVleet way too much the first 2 years, and we actually did. So you got
he did. Ain't no we. Ain't no we. I don't speak French.
He said we. He did say we. He said we.
He's speaking French. I don't know if he's speaking French to Wemby or something, but we're not speaking French.
I'm going out with he said. He said we. I'm going out with he said. That's what he said.
Nah, he trying to share accountability with that. No, that's just you. That's your little boxing partner. Not his knee gone. See what you did, Ime?
I'm basing the comment off what he said. Yeah. What he said. Basically, he said that we relied on him too much. We relied on him way too much, and now Reed them gonna get his opportunity and they got a chance. They got a chance since he's out on not relying on him too much. But again, like we all saying, like it's your job to make sure that you want to when he comes back, you want him to come back and say, hey, you're gonna have to take a bench role. You can't crack the starting lineup. You're gonna have to like.
Nah, he gonna start, bro.
I know he's gonna start.
Yeah.
You got. Like I say, you got to blow. He got basically. If he does that, you got to basically blow the roof out, bro.
Hey man, listen. Reed and the man could both be all NBA. Fred gonna start.
You got to blow the roof out for him not to. You got to make sure that don't happen. This is your chance to make sure it's no doubt that it's no doubt.
Okay, so how in your mind, what would a successful season from Reed Sheppard and or Amen Thompson look like to force Ime's hand into making Fred a bench player in this hypothetical?
I'll give you what I'm thinking. See, Kevin Durant had said something. He said how he wanted to play. He want to see bodies moving. You know what I'm saying? He want to see high IQ play. Amen and Reed are both high IQ guys. As long as they lean into that high IQ-ness, I think they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the long, because as much as high IQ Fred is, talent-wise, he can't smell Reed or Amen Thompson. He just can't smell any one of them. So, as long as them dudes is taking advantage of their strengths, I think the rest will just play out.
Okay, so you don't have any necessary benchmarks, but
the
expectation is as long as they're getting the opportunity, they're more likely to succeed, and then
yes. I don't really like to put numbers on stuff because it's arbitrary to me, man. Like,
okay,
I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. And man said it in the press conference. They said, "What are your goals?" He said, "Being an all-star." And I really think that's the bold prediction I'm making that he will crack the all-star team. He'll be. That's my bold prediction. He will crack the all-star team. Because that's his goal, and I believe when he says it that he can do it.
Yeah, Amen ain't lied to us yet. He said he been doing everything he be talking about so far. So
it will be hard though. It will be hard. It will be hard for him to do it. For him to do it. Don't get me wrong, but like I say, I believe you'll crack an all-star. That's just a bold take for me. And I think
just being in the conversation is a damn good feat to me because the West is full. If he's just in the conversation. Because look, Jamal Murray ain't even been all-star yet.
Yeah. Yeah, Jamal Murray good. Yeah.
Jamal Murray ain't even been all-star yet, bro. So you gotta think about it, man. Just being in the conversation is enough for me now, at least right now.
I think Mike Conley has been an all-star just probably one time.
Just once.
All the good seasons that he had for Memphis, he's been a point guard. He's been an all-star one time, and I think Dame hasn't. How many times Dame been an all-star on this? Been an all-star, if I'm not mistaken. 7. Okay. I'm thinking about somebody. I know it's another great.
It took a minute for him to get their first one though.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
I mean, CJ McCollum never was an all-star, and that dude was a 20 points per game elite bucket and a combo guard for a while.
That's true.
But that's definitely something to think about and put in perspective. So,
but he also a dweeb though. Talking about no layups this time. Man, we laid the ball up every time on you after you said that. You should have kept your mouth shut, punk. And anybody been watching Rockets long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. No layups. Boy, you fool. How you going to tell James Harden and Chris Paul no layups? Get out your mind.
And here we are. That's crazy. Last thoughts on NBA Media Day, anybody? Other than I think it was successful as far as Media Day goes, right? We didn't have bad juju energy anywhere. There was no I didn't look at one player and say, man, they probably should be on this team next year. No one had the James Harden moment. It was good. This just felt rejuvenating to have some Rockets propaganda, some Rockets media coming out finally. Because for whatever reason, they refuse to post their players during the offseason. I don't know why. We got like 7, 8 videos maybe in a couple photos, and one of them was about Kevin Durant and Steven Adams fishing, which was cool as hell, by the way. Steven Adams, cool as hell dude was interviewed.
I actually did want to talk about that a little bit. The Steven Adams. And so, what is going to be Clint Capella's role? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be a backup center for when Steven Adams can't go? Is Steven Adams still not going to play back-to-backs? Is Steven Adams going to start? Because there's a chance that might happen. Do we know who? Today we ain't had no questions about that fifth starter. And remember, Jabari even mentioned he wants to start, but he gonna do whatever the team asks.
Jabari and Tari both said something about starting. Only Jabari said, it doesn't matter. I'm here to prove myself. Tari said, I need to be a starter. He didn't say it like that. He didn't say it like that, like verbatim. But that's what he was giving off, was like, he needs, which is, as in a player in his spot, I feel like that's an appropriate thing to say because he does kick ass. He was phenomenal, right? But I will say, Capella, because they kind of asked about that, right, with Ime and his role with Steven Adams, what it was like to re-sign him, and how the things that were going right, aka us missing shots, was what really helped us get more buckets at the end of the day, right? So they want to lean more into that. What it sounds like, you know what I mean?
Run the play. When you miss this shot, you get the rebound.
That's what me and AK have been talking about ever since the middle of last year. That was our offense. Every time we miss, get the offensive rebound, we get it back out. Every time we miss another shot, hey, we can miss 20 shots in a row. As long as we get the rebound and get it right back out, hey, you got to make one shot. And then the turnovers and transitions. That's how we got our points. That's how we scored.
Hey, it got us 52 wins, I guess. So with that being said, I think I don't know, man. I feel like Capella is just gonna kind of be there because Adams did talk about how he started ramping up a little bit, right? But here's a takeaway: is without saying it, I was kind of watching the Clippers, right, and their media day as well, and they talked about how Zubac ran into the ground. He didn't get in. He played too many minutes and played way overboard in the regular season, especially in the playoffs. And that's why they brought in Brook Lopez to give some versatility. Okay. Hypothetically, I think Clint Capella is going to fill in those spots where Şengün and Adams are both supposed to be playing, and one of them is either resting, because I think the goal is to play Adams more heavy in the playoffs. I based on the interviews, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So I think Capella is going to be more of our regular season guy, and if he can show out, right, it's going to be, hey, we're going to play a 3 big rotation of these guys at times. Not necessarily all of them on the court, but like, hey, like maybe for 3/4 of a quarter, right? You know, for maybe 8 minutes, we might have Adams and Şengün on the court. We might have Capella and Şengün. We might have Adams and Capella on the court, right? To give Şengün and or Adams that rest time to play them the entire fourth quarter. I'm kind of thinking that's the vision, but obviously there's no answer. There's no clear answer. I have no idea. I'm just speculating here, but I think that's the idea. You can disagree.
So do you expect Clint to be in the regular rotation? That's still up in the air to me. I don't think it was made really clear about that. There's an opportunity for that to be the case.
I don't think he's playing 70 games, right? That's what I would say. As long as you are 100% healthy, being in regular rotation would be playing 70 games. I don't think he's going to play 70 games.
All right.
But I have no idea, right? This is just speculation at the end of the day. I would like to see it. I like Clint Capella. He had a lot of energy today, too. It was really good to see him back in Rockets red.
Man, I saw him when he pulled up to the when he walked up to the podium. I started smiling. I was like, my guy Clint, man, such good memories, man.
Yeah.
The memories.
I mean, he was cheesing. He was having a good time, man.
He back home, man.
Hey, he was happy with that. He was happy with that number 30 on, bro. He was happy with that. He was smiling immediately. He had the wristband on and all. He had the drip on and all that. The tights and all.
Something I thought was funny was a question was asked about how Kevin Durant, used to unfortunately beat us in the playoffs, and Capella, when they were asking about how it's like to play with someone who used to, send us home every year. He was like, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. We don't even bring that up. I didn't even thought about it.
Right.
Talk about it and all that. I was like, yeah, Capella, I like that. That's great, man. I miss this man, bro. I really did.
Because Clint, remember, he said, we want Golden State. Clint remember him saying that. He remembered himself saying that. And he was like, man, I mean, and then really a lot of people blame him for not having no kind of offensive game outside of catching the lob. So I remember the discourse back then. I remember all that, man. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good
times, man. Damn, I feel old,
dog. When was Capella last year? It was 2020, right? Before we traded him for the bubble, right?
Yeah, it was the bubble. It was the bubble year, yeah.
Funny thing. That contract that Clint just finished, the Rockets signed him to that.
Wow. So every contract he signed has been with Houston.
It's been with Houston.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember one more thing I want to say. Big Sarge asked Jeff Green this question. He said, "Do you see yourself in the coaching rank?" He said, "Fuck no," and he left it.
He said his mic down. He was.
And everybody just started laughing.
Oh man.
He doing the coaching right now on the court.
Jeff Green also early retirement announcement. He said, "No matter what, year 20 is my last year." So, dang. Hopefully, he stays for another year.
Hopefully, he finished that with the Rockets.
Yes.
Ooh, I wish we had an answer to how long KD is going to be a Rocket.
Yeah. I think at the end of this, we need to get Jeff a ring. Jason Tate also. Yeah, we even talk about Jason Tate. Gosh damn it. High energy dude. He got married, had a kid, right? The Tates are doing well. He had a great question or a great answer, I guess, when he was asked about what it was like to kind of like I said earlier, what it was like to be there from the beginning of the rebuild to now, and he just nothing but like positive energy from this guy. Tate might be a Rocket forever. He really might be a Rocket forever, bro.
What you think about that, Coach Donte? What you think about that?
Hey,
that sound good to you?
It's all right with me. Like I said, hey. I mean, if he gets traded, if we do trade him, I won't be jumping up and down pissed off. But like I say, if he be a Rocket, I'll be. Like, if he be
jumping up and down happy.
AD might be. AD gonna be.
Like again, like I say, I mean, I'm not mad if he's on a team. I mean, he's been here from him being down there in the leading score all the way up to now and stuff. But he did say something that. Hey, he did say
Jason Tate was the leading scorer of the Houston Rockets at one point, guys.
He did say something that I kind of didn't agree with. Like he said, like the first couple of years we got better every season. No, the hell we didn't. We didn't get better.
He supposed to say that.
I know, but he supposed to say that. He supposed to say that. But I'm like, when did we get better outside of getting email? He said, I know that's a lot. I know that's a lot.
You know what it is, Donte.
Anybody to be vocal. I don't expect like anybody like that to be kind of cool like that to be vocal. I'm just saying, like, golly, we know we sit up here. We know we sitting up here at Rockets fan. We know that wasn't true. And Kevin Durant come out and he was more vocal than almost anybody out there.
Yeah. Okay. Last bit here before we get out of here. How have we not mentioned Alperen Sengun, dude? When that man walked in, not too much, man. We talked about it a little bit. We didn't really talk much about his interview overall. We talked about him as a player next to other people, but not his interview, man.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie, that dude was, and I'm young, so I get to say this, oozing with aura. That dude walked in. Wow. It's good to see Alperen Sengun back in Rockets red. Talked about his play overseas, hoping that some of it's going to translate over. He talked about his confidence. He was even talking about how he was mad at himself for missing some of his easy bunnies and how he started getting that confidence back because he was making them overseas. He says he hopes that continues going on, and he says it's going to continue going on. And then he also talked about some of his playmaking duties, and then also talked about his defense as well, how that's improved and it's gotten better, and his offense is just going to continue to climb as well. After that interview, this is going to be crazy to say on live. After that interview, I'm convinced that Alperen Sengun is going to be the best player on this team in the next couple of years, for sure. If it's not the end of this season, it's next season, for sure. I don't know what
I prefer it to be the end of this season, because if it's the end of the season, we good to go.
Yes.
Listen, bro. Did you hear? Forget whatever Alperen said, bro. I don't even care about what he said. You know what I care about? What everybody else said about him. Did you hear how strong and happy and how high everybody was on him about him playing the turkey, bro? Like, come on, man. You hear how high your team is on your best player? Well, your best young player. Do you hear Mr. Udoka? You gonna let him cook? Your buddy Fred not here no more to spoon feed him. Let that man cook. He don't need to be spoon fed. Take him off the titty and let him go get it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm tired of it, bro. Stop holding the man back.
Training wheels are coming off for sure. And it's forced training wheels too. He's been ready for a while. But yeah, hopefully everything that he was saying in the interview today, he believes wholeheartedly, and I cannot wait for the first game. I can't wait for preseason. I need to see the Rockets playing today. Today, I need to see them playing. When does training camp start? Is that 2 weeks before preseason?
Ain't it supposed to be next week?
Okay, so yeah, 2 weeks before preseason.
I think it's supposed to be next week.
So we've got quite a few people. Everybody for the Rockets spoke, besides Fred VanVleet and then our two-way guys, and then some of the guys we just signed. Right, Cam Matthews didn't talk, J.D. Davison didn't talk, Kevon Harris didn't talk. One other guy I'm forgetting. I apologize. He didn't speak either.
Hold on. How we get to this point? We ain't talking about Aaron Holiday.
Hey, okay, talk to me about him. Say what you guys say.
I skipped this interview.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Aaron Holiday didn't have anything terrible to say. It was just, it wasn't bad. He just said the right things and got off. I think he was only asked 2 questions and then he was done.
Yeah, I didn't have to hear anything he had to say, man. I know what he's gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? We're familiar with Aaron Holiday. He's gonna be a good pro. He's gonna come in. He gonna cook a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he's gonna hit some open threes. He's gonna play some tough defense, and he ain't gonna complain when he get pulled out the game.
Yep.
Solid bet.
He's gonna do his job.
Yeah.
I
But if we
think
have to see him too much, something went wrong.
You don't want to see him starting?
You want to see Tate start?
Why not?
You know what? Let's play this game. Aaron Holiday and Jason Tate both got to start.
Oh no! Oh man, AD gonna pop a blood vessel if he see that. It's gonna be bad.
They're gonna run that pick and roll to perfection.
If that happened, I won't watch a Rockets game. I'm just joking.
Yeah. At the end of this, right, I am reminded that the Houston Rockets are one of the best teams in the league. Post interviews here, even without Fred VanVleet, still one of the best teams in the league. I firmly still believe they're going to be a top 4 seed. I don't know what it is. I got a lot of confidence in whatever media marketing propaganda the Rockets are pushing out right now. I am buying it. I'm buying all the stock, all of it. Unfortunately, I'm back. Rockets are back, and Rockets are marketable once again from last year to this year and going forward too. We got Kevin Durant on the team. We got young stars Şengün and a man on the team, and Fred VanVleet might not be here right now, and I wish him a speedy recovery. But it's time to go out and compete. 55, 56 wins, man. We can do it. Has anybody got anything else before we got any closing thoughts?
I got one piece of non-Rocket stain, bro.
All right.
There is a guy in the draft coming up that I think just oozes Ime Udoka guy.
Okay.
Dash Daniels. Dyson Daniels' little brother.
Dash Daniels.
He in the NBL right now. You heard it here first. Okay. Keep an eye on him. He is a Udoka guy. Do you understand me? And then he's gonna be falling right around where we're gonna be, like, back half of the draft, if we even keep this draft pick. Do we keep that draft pick, or are we gonna send it to somebody?
Is Daniels a guard? Is he a forward?
He guard, 6'6" point guard, / shooting guard.
You said 6'6" and point guard.
Stupid defender. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's keep an eye on that.
What?
We'll keep an eye on that. I like that.
I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just telling you. He's gonna be sneaky. I ain't saying he's gonna be Jason Kidd, but I'm saying he's gonna be one of them guys where you're like, man, it's a good pickup. One of them sneaky good pickups.
I like it. All right, guys. This has been H-Time Rundown, Houston Rockets Basketball Podcast. Somehow we turned NBA Media Day to almost an hour-long episode. I don't know how we did it. We got a lot to say, apparently. Donte, man, it's been beautiful talking to you about Rockets ball. As per usual. Rockets media back. Rockets ball almost back once again. We hyped for the season. Where can we find you, man?
Y'all find me, Coach Donte 5 on Instagram. Y'all can find me on X, Coach Donte, that Rockets guy. Y'all can find me on TikTok at Coach Donte as well. Yeah, that's where y'all can find me. That's where y'all can find me on right there.
Heck yeah, man. Thank you for talking Rockets ball, man. AK, my brother, where can we find you?
What's happening? Man, y'all can find me on Twitter /X at AKinfinity_VVS. Also on YouTube at the Rockets Propaganda Channel. Also on YouTube at the H-Town Rundown. Also on YouTube at the Rockets Round Robin. Also on TikTok at Rockets Propaganda. I think that's the TikTok name. Just
You got the
search
handle
Rockets
back.
Propaganda. I think.
There you go. You know
so.
you're gonna find him. It's good to talk Rockets ball, guys. We got a season ahead of us, and what do you always say? Something about theories gonna be tested, and
Theories will be tested. Narratives will. The chickens is coming to roost, regardless. Whatever narrative you had, we finna find out if you're right or not. Don't run from it. Whatever theory you had before, get ready for you to be either proven right or wrong, and don't try to change perspective all of a sudden because the receipts is there. You can't return something you ain't got no receipt on. That's how you just get a store credit instead of your money back.
in slow credit. That's hilarious. I'll get to use some Rockets credit coins. H-Time Rundown, Houston Rockets Basketball Podcast. This has been us. Check out the website as well as YouTube, as well as Instagram and Twitter. Check us out at H-Town Rundown or at the H-Town Rundown. Check us out there. And you can follow me at Church2P_GAWT on X, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. And we'll see you next time.